Uh, every character gets... Okay, no, only your main characters.
Ah, there you are. Your coronation is set to commence at any moment.
A word first, if I may. With the much-awaited fall of Zenoiran rule, we've finally attained our most coveted dream. 'Twas a vow I made to the ring itself. A promise fashioned out of steel and blood. Yet, can a champion tempered in the flames of war truly lead in times of peace?
From the day of its very inception, Your Highness, the Liberation Army has boasted a singular gift. Its ranks bore nobles, sellswords, and civilians alike. Disparate nations united as one under a common banner. Your banner. None could ever question the strength of such a leader.
He speaks the truth, you know.
Should you not be sound in bed right now?
And miss the day my son is crowned king? I wouldn't so much as dream of it.
Here's what she says today.
Elaine, you stand before me a man full grown. One who will rule these lands with compassion and love. Just as you've done for all those who fought beside you. Be proud, my son. Not only of what you accomplished, but how you've made it so.
I will, Mother. Thank you both, from the depths of my heart. Now then, a radiant future for Cornia awaits.
Epilogue, Elenia.
Year 906 of the Hallowed Chronicle. Thus, with all of Fevrith as his witness, a bold young king ascended the throne. Ere long, the scourge of Galerius and ancient Zenoira would be little more than footnotes on the pages of history. And those scars of war yet blighted the land. Its people, awed and inspired by Cornia's noble ruler, began their arduous trek down the path to recovery. Forevermore would the Chronicles of Fevrith extol the Savior Elaine's sacred journey, a legend only embellished in the generations to come. That of a divine beast and a liberator king that bore its name. The Unicorn Overlord.
Ah, there it goes again, yeah. So where's PS up? Oh, there's our party members. It makes sense Gilbert here though, because I've heard Gilbert shows up at the end, even if you he's up with Herman. Oh, there's Elenia. And the okay, so we have Yana, Eltland, and Wilson down there. I don't see Morard though. I only see Yuffie here. Lex returned back here again. Lex left rule point to Elena's forced the holy battlefield blade. During carried 4 allies of Charles, he and they would spar just as they did during the prior day's Liberation Army. There was great discipline between him and Elaine. The bond friendship remained as strong as ever, and Lex swore to brandish his sword to the king should need to rise. The war concluded, Chloe chose to serve as Elena's chief lady in waiting. Right returned to home found in Cornia. And so Jorah saw the domestic needs of the kingdom, though she never kept her spirit far from the hand in case of crisis. She could seem rather soon with her old friends Knights Barracks. Perhaps Elena herself would join when an ideal moment present itself. So Chloe stayed as a lady waiting. Clive? Oh no. Joseph Hodrick Renault. Adora Hodrick was granted a post Catholic Royal Guard. Royalty saw him dedicate great attention to growth, swords, and unshakable loyalty. Thanks to his marriage, Joseph partook in his sparring bouts. Derek failed to draw him opposite training hall. Though offered the role of Chancellor to his immense efforts to protect the prince and ensuring the liberation victory, Joseph planned instead chose to see out his days as new king's personal blade. For stern leader, he worked tirelessly to train the soldiers that would serve as Cornia's new guardians and ensure King would remain safe large and control passing. Renault returned to the land he had once ruled and saw his magic, and though so never forgiven his cruel treatment, others came to see the sincere regret with which he earnestly faces the resentment. His commitment towards starting new saw him grow to find leader with an eye ever hopes of the future, unhindered by the tragic failures which plague his past. So probably gotta be Clive now. Although they might do Travis because Clive was a Travis, but you think Travis would be with Berengaria. Clive, Adele, and Baron, what's her face? The position of the Royal Guard, Clive returned to the province of Ashblue began working on sanctioning the new fort of Silk River's fellow knights. He had bold philosophy to balance and virgin because rule over single authority suit spread throughout the province. Field knights is foreign to farms and fields. Adele returned to the province of Ashblue, a decorated hero, loved by fellow knights and taught alike. His bright demeanor saw him remaining ever popular, playing with local children during the day and partaking in revelry at the province's likely Levitard at night. He chose its days as Blood Knight accompanied the people. The never disbanded, bringing style to trial crane and horn skills, hunting, bandits, and aiding the correct all while. She was welcomed back to the province of Ashblue, where she chose to settle down and become an instructor in military arts, giving rise to the mice army parts are known. So Barry appears here. Oh! Jeremy too! His role there was good. Ross retained as a brave hunter, earned him a post as guardian of Corin's forest. The two saw him not only defend the land from wild beast poachers, but tend to not to abide in the region and heal the scars of battlefield across the Moorlands. But days brought him 9 less praise he had served. More advanced life as a mercenary ruled as a wholesale basin. The request of Barbatil was his work ready. He ventured his gaze for the pursuit of aesthetics and creation of ever more elaborate architectural products. The same facades would line the main thoroughfares of his home, thus getting a modern road upon his veteran passing, the above battle for nights to come. Apart from the list of the salvations for Galerius as well as Graveside, Hodge provided a journey of further magical research, never returned to the homeland again. The thieves he enumerated later in life came to be treasured as a comprehensive compendium of our hopeful sorcerers, as to get lacked through requisite backgrounds in magic arts. Jeremy quietly departed from the Liberation, returned to his life as a mercenary, where no matter the danger he found himself in, equipped with and years of experience always sought safety. Upon completing a party lucrative job with the people facing the war, he and his men drank entire town dry and were right where the past his merchant legend. It's odd that Jeremy is here, because he was part of the Fran, Miriam, and Kitra. The first our Miriam was named Captain Knights of Rose, which started him. They could find air and his two military crossed, earn her the direction of rising female knights, both from the nation force and abroad. The new place emphasis on collective strength, the Knights of Rose quickly grew into one of the most coveted warriors in the land. Kitra continued to serve the Knights of Rose, while also taking up a post guardian appeal in Grand Corin. Her tone struck sheer hammer always right to the scene, much like the Arlequin citizens. At Still Crosswind, she also aided the Wicked City, and enjoyed a unique popular among the local children due to her sharp wit and bright attitude. The rest of the war saw a friend offer a command role in the Knights of Rose. She played decline and stated she preferred to stand as equal rather than superior. Retaining status granted latitude to charge in the battle, rescue her eyes, and won't notice in fact all who were agree for best. She did offer command role, but she is still in the Knights. She just did become a commander. So Maka, Melisandre, and Roll. Oh, and Clive's here too. The peace restored to Cornia. Melisandre has the best alliance watched by advisors day after day. Their quins had a marriage. Words are came past to be bigger for Spirit Blade. Rahaya made a roll banquet, and that's still hearts of Khan's guests. Possibly began to reclaim his former glory. Princess Coleman joined even more as Lady Messiah herself, but she always posed him an array of challenges. That Cornia's new king was out of affection, present an endless struggle for ability steward. The Lady Maka's youth and liberation, the whole house of Norman's name was sword, her right place, honor, and respect. Pioneer, state dedication, and moral clarity under the fierce war of our people. Grounds which only grew after Grandpa's passing. Was for a great commitment toward helping people, she forgot her honor her vassals in an annual Stargate festival, while she was responsible for creating. So it doesn't look like there's anything like the two of them getting together at the end. Oh, it's Dragonhold. Hilda, Aramis, and Prim. Aramis saw to that Gilbert was crowned king and left Sol Dragon to support his brother in the restoration of Dragonhold. Paid the guides as mercenary, a state doctor, a seer, and much more along the way. In terms of all, local leaders throughout the nation to hold a host of men named Aramis who appeared to help when the land seemed to be most vulnerable. Hilda laid down her spirit and pursued experience in medicine so she might still suffer. After years, our ascendants became apothecary and joined Prim in caring for the sick and infirm throughout February. Furthermore, would history speak of the countless lives she has just saved. Prim's attention turned towards the war, turned after the war to an aid people of February and supporting Hilda's dog pursuit of milk at all times she could. Her work caring for the infirm eventually led to orthodoxy of Zilla part of the Tem Archangel, an act which Prim going to decline. Oh, interesting. We didn't see Sharon Oakley, so maybe they'll be part of the Albion set. Aubin, Magellan, Eliza, Gloucester. Aubin delivered earnings people of the Draconhold Desert and took up tasks within his home. Instead of towns, region grew Protestant deed, and the land once known as the first crime and banditry began to flourish under Aubin's benevolent leadership. After years dead, he acquired a ship and sailed the ocean surf to new ventures. So he stayed while then left. Magellan said united with his old band who was scattered across Draconhold, in which he returned to the desert and announced them as a group of war into thieves. Tales of spread even beyond the desert borders, affected for young aspirants looking to join the ranks. The band that continued to grow. Their keep became a vibrant settlement that saw safe harbors under Magellan's guidance. Eliza joined Magellan's journey and met with the infantry on the way, which impressed that her sharp-tongued keep dance like human. While she had always been skilled in ways of trade, she was able to build a far more profitable enterprise than she had imagined, with funds raised during the war. He was both to bolster the desert economy and improve the lives of all within. Gilbert appointed Gloucester as ruling more of the desert. He worked with Aubin to bear conditions of the people of the dunes and carrying them for positive authority. His balanced and unshaking sense of duty earned him the British citizens, granted a statute that made Gloucester top his loyal sea decades eventual passing. This is so long. This is so freaking long. Yeah, she's here, of course. A large herd of Balmorot shattered her undefeated streak atop its rankings, yet despite her true victory, the crowds are failed to run. Her eventually defeated, but 8 years later, she joined to have met another warrior fierce she as was urging to set forth toward new horizons. Regarding for the attack on mercenaries, and the band was offered a new role as Dragonhold Orb Knights. The tales declined, and the mercenaries traveled the world fighting with downtrodden, less fortunate. When you guys come picture and speak of their brave endeavors, and all who live in Breath know the Dragon name. Suffering reformed Dragon mercenaries, purified itself and showed bands for new efforts. After trying to become Berengar's equal in the field battle, he easily gained trust and respect of his fellow mercenaries. Was mentioned that scourges ended before others could earn slice of glory. Tries to travel the world with foreign Dragon mercenaries, proved both skill and that long way. As our literature and commentary among mercenaries, Tries brought rare down with tone and stayed had to expand and elaborate where I work with him home. And now we can see Gilbert. Leia and Virginia. At the war, Gilbert's Coroni's new king of Dracula immediately made a name for himself among the side ruler. Long he chased Bright Shadow, but now he's still in light of his own making. He wanted people to join hope. In years to come, history would sing his praise as the hero king and single-handedly delivered the land of all-consuming action of the war. The war concluded, Virginia received a proposed marriage for the newly crowned King Gilbert, which she accepted. Another Cornia and Dracula both, she was beloved by both nations for the strides made towards goal and unity. Her bold mirror and skillful blade work earned her its love and artist's countless fervent memories. Here's the Cornia Dracula was married at last, and Leia officially entered Virginia's service. When they gave birth to royal heir son, as there, Leia's spies scored by knowing a newborn prince even more than his young parents. When the prince could have with a sword, Leia served his stern and kind master. Oh, he didn't get his own thing. I guess he's kind of like a last-minute ranger, so he doesn't really get his own dialogue. Elheim. Celeste. This is probably going to have Celeste, Mandrin, and Gammel if you got Gammel and Mandrin. But if you don't have them, it's just Celeste you're alone. Celeste can work lead local militia, so we down the skies, aid town first, or in danger, or fight at least the English soldier. When first rescued by Celeste, they started a business. His cousins could travel to the sites of the first of Noble Griffin. Eventually, he named after his savior. The tree. Ridiel! Oh, why is Sylvie here? Yana brought her powerful magic bears Cornia's council sorceress. Whenever life, she cheerfully retired from the king's service and returned to a swamp to teach the rise of generation of witches as a wise old elder. Instead, she made her youthful provisions of foul days and departed the world's far by her steadfast disciples. Sylvie continued to travel lands, pursuing reaching Zenoira. The memory of the Emperor's modern reign fresh in minds, the world was eager to learn more of the deeds of days old. And Sylvie's work guarded immense interest. As deeper understanding of Zenoira's history and culture plays out forever, her scholars look upon Sylvie's findings, thus memorizing her as a pioneer in the field. The war concluded, Ridiel at last realized she had pen Knight Valheim. Those songs still whispered about her half of blood. Nobody proved himself through great skill and valor, just silencing those to go against her. She gave it to Hate the Grey Lord, their mother before her, and stood as proud beacon of hope for high fellows throughout every corner of Valheim. Of course, Ridiel appears next to Chloe because she had close range with Chloe. He marries the the human girl. Between Elheim, Rosalind traveled the nation's four brethren as they overcame a past command of Zenoira. Even amidst her business moments, she always made time to visit Elsa and give her her role as augur to Trios to spend countless hours in each other's company. Afterward, Athene continued to stand in Rosalind's service, not only acting as her personal guard, but sharing authorities of her of offspring children. Instead, he and a human woman lived out today's terror-loving marriage. Reinor continued to serve Wilson as captain of personal guard. Concerned with that later in the mission of Elheim, Reinor gained a new set of duty and refused to leave Rosalind's side, even when the soldiers did call for guard protection. Rosalind thought his dedication to be quite enduring indeed. Eltalinde. War strike concluded, Eltalinde returned to Elheim to restore its hard forests and downtrodden zones to long forgotten glory and pride. Attention regard true elves and humans that poured a deep rod of unity, and the divine Trios command to accept and love of both races alike. Valmore was missing as only personal guard and served inside the divine Trios. Though through land he had entered time of peace, she trained her with the bow. One few days she spotted a vile rogue at Elheim's border and fired upon him miles away through a trail to Castle Hall, producing a single arrow. And then else first decided that First aid represented Elheim before swinging looked at Elheim anew, starting her as second commander of all Valheim. By 1/4, he dedicated his life to bringing Elrond the secure Elheim and restore the peace of the land would never begin to destroy war. Alright, Vestorius. Were the precious human raised by vegetables spread across forever, eventually drawing the gaze of renowned historians who pen tales are explicitly freeing Vestorius. Man of story rested across lands, and Yuki and heroic brethren came to the eyes by children of work. He was once man Bestial. No, she was born Bestial. This is our Bestial blind, more hard to send through as the new king of Vestorius, soul-striking lion Bestial. He realized that human and Bestial both, he lived without strange to clean guard loyal support from all races of bloodlines. Aaron's Wars caps are only clean to lead the Frostbones and native wounded Bestials and showing Vestorius to full glory with vast wisdom and kingdom insight. Started his counsel to the new king Vestorius, thus taking her life to his special prosperity and aiding the race of other lands of Back Earth. I think Yuffie was too and remember her life as a lion Bestial. But he is able to remember it. Because he was matured. Oh! Hot Springs. Interesting. Where's Dinah? The offer rule is Knights captained by new King Vestorius go with decline, handing the post to trusted subject returning home to manage the grandfather's tavern. By its age, the tavern thrived for years to come as a warm, welcoming establishment and treasured haven for brave bestials taking part in Vestorius. With the work concluded, Bertrand led his hammer to restore Vestorius and crushed the minus hour those who fall in battle. The hours the war's end saw Vestorius blanket the bittersweet room with flowers such as offerings those memorials. Let's read Dinah next. Dinah Yuffie is here, yep. And that was Rui? As shown to your friend Dinah and the Slowpill's child through Vestorius aided the ongoing research efforts. Her fierce loyalty and firm leadership proved equally useful in times of peace, and her success saw accounts hopeful as started to join the Slowpills, he and Bestial alike. Here's humans stalled like the northern ice to last spring. Well, she does have one human companion in the form of Yuffie. Who we get here? Oh, it's him. Bryce and Nina. After her return home and much to do with the millionaire parents, her concerned family, she then departed once again traveled the world and aided in ongoing research efforts. In time, Tails exploits spread throughout the land, and Mars gathered every talent of being the very gracious night. Bryce formed the rock rats true, not as banished but as a bad mercenary seeking to aid the post-war repair of Everett. His kindness to me and eagerness to accept tasks few would dare endure saw him grow into a presented figure among both talent and fellow mercenaries. Yeah, okay, so Sharon is definitely gonna be in Albion. Yeah, there she is. Oh, Tatiana's here too. Interesting. Sharon returned to Ralmont Church and attended the wedding. Everywhere she and her trusted companion, Ux, went, they were met with kind hearts and absorbed faith in the church's teachings. The tale came moralized as Mustang, blaspheming while adoring the wall of their beloved Ralmont. Almost our story exchanged by prayer book, and thus to represents Ralmont Church and spread out his teachings. Her sassy saw her, inspired fervent faith in those around her, and without blade hand, she forever strives to sever the approaching roots evil. Randus led a quiet life in the homestead of Albion Abbey. Her kind care nature saw many of her former allies visit church to offer their prayers and rest over a warm meal. In times of leisure, she would pay visits with Scarlet, and two would kill them years of forgotten friendship. Her child world brought her knowledge and advanced her knuckle science to the plague strike again, which lead the faith could I skipped it by mistake. So Humorous and Scarlet. Yep, there's Scarlet. Humorous spent days defending orcs at a secret night, pursuing a study of buying of the wild. Her flower garden, she tended to quickly become one of Albine's most sought after pilgrim sites. At times, she could have be seen hosting Scar at that very garden, where two remnants of distant childhoods. Go to Koya. They might do the large in here too, just, yeah, they are doing it here. Girl returned to Largan and began restoring the city and its surroundings with the undying aid of his blood citizens. Locking Master Guardians, his kind loyalty and accused make good Erinem and never trust his French people. The work of liberation complete, Folk returned to pace and began to walk along with reconstruction. The waiting decades towards his task at hand, Erinem renewed trust in his people and declared his usher and new across peace frustrating. The one son's grave can be forever adored with flowers and offerings. Sanatio and what works Inc. Sorry, be so part of. Oh. Because we're right at the end here. We're gonna end on land, of course. Sanatio, Nigel, and Scarlet's here too. So now Trout had been aided in the reconstruction room with his breath of faith and land out to his own beliefs. Like Ar's insistence, he had long tried to pontific admire, and by the time he relented and chose Ar to trust those believing in him. As new pontifex, he and Nigel worked together to guide the Ortex down a proper path and spread students anyone would listen. Nigel does not have his own thing either, because he again doesn't join during the main story. He only joins right at the end. So what's left? That's we didn't get do we get Lean first? I assume Elaine's last, and you have Elaine and whoever he was paired with. Yeah, here we go. Atlas, Sega. Elaine probably gets a voiced one, right? Nope. You're gonna play attention to Papa through her things, eh? And here's how the Papa who holds Cornia. She about Elaine child for his recovery. Yeah, there we go. So Elaine, of course, becomes the king of Pepper. So basically, he becomes the king of Cornia. So of course, he doesn't take his own ending. He just gets whoever he's paired with winds up with him at the end. I think Grand Corn and it's right after Rain's coronation. The Dalton played returned before you perform the Rite of Covenant. Trying to save your clear day. Interesting. So we might do one more thing here because there's probably some post game stuff. That's right, Cornia Reborn, Holy Unicorn's Shield. Dang! I think I did point you all in different directions, Lane. Probably a big time to still say, okay? I mean, I waited the rest of our last bet again, but I can't wait to himself again. I can't see in mind. King Lane. Missing your first lay scar at my side, it moved me to tears up, to be honest. You need a piece to increase our lands. Of course, much more remains to be finished. It's more alone, I get basking warmth of your divine light. You're afraid to me. At least to me. Like, fine. Not confident. You'll be great that I know for a fact. Gratitude, Your Majesty. I saw that before, so again, here I am. I won't show much, but your course moved in tears, my king. It's been years I've been getting kind of solos like this. I'm sure you're exhausted after the adventure too. Maybe you won't let us, that's how you time for a second. Enlistment. Hire Great Knight, Doom Knight, Paladin. You can do generic Paladins. Oh! That's the same shape of Paladin as, that anti-Paladin. Couple cats. Chloe. Ridiel. Supposed to get to the deck of which corporation. Your benevolent reign, Cornia's food will be most bright. I must say, a true honor be given a foothold in the grand table of ascension. My heart will be, I shall never stop your cause. That's what I'm saying, Elaine. Really, I've seen you in the forward plenty of times, so it still different song. You grow more than I ever thought possible. Now you can just require your needs. Thank you, Elaine. Your castle, and remain our home, and for the character of hope the future. Berengaria. Everybody's here. Finding Cornius that was Lane. I'm just curious of the map within roll. Everybody's here. Dang. It's the nation of Nigel. There's a town here, but we can't assign one to this location. Oh, there's Elenia. As former put myself as your mother, I'm the same proud of all you think you on the land. Now you served as a faithful student of St. Stephen to restore peace in the entire continent. Thank you for taking the burden of leadership by yourself. I figured it was being worn by side summaries. Hang on. We can't view rapport? There's so many carrots here. Can I put someone here in Grand Corinne? I cannot.
If it's steel you're after, you're in the right place. Done, and be seeing.
Welcome, welcome.
Why are there S's here? I mean, I guess.
Bye.
Good seeing you, friend. Don't be...
Gold ore, wow. Oh, I have a lane here now. Hang on. Okay, I'm wrong. I was thinking, I think her hair is bluer here than, like, maybe it's showing that her hair started graying, but it doesn't look like it. It's not this. Oh. I can't open the world map either. He was for a unicorn. There remains one thought has to attention. Most of the Cornia has 4 capitals of the Zenoira Empire, which shall speak for the Zenoira Sanctuary. Okay. So we can't return that again. We're not locked out, it's just... By leaving Cornia, Grand Corinne, it puts us back to the pre-final battle state. You finished it. You actually finished it. This copy is over. Just like that, my map is done. If only I could bring it to my wife in the afterlife. Somebody find our way. Thank you, man. I'll finally be able to hold my head high once here again. He's gone. The slog. Dying breath of fallen empire. Of an empire fallen. So as long as I can go back and forth, that's cool then. So this is your post game, essentially. This area is your post game. You talk to all characters in the game in the post game state. But you're technically locked out of it normally. Wait a minute. Is that right? He's got a mask on. All quests are complete now.